Commissioners in Marquette have set in stone a new policy outlining camping on city grounds. Starting next month, the policy, which aims to manage emboldened tourists, goes into effect, banning tent and car camping everywhere in the city, from beaches and parks to streets and alleyways. It comes after months of discussion of how people without a home to go to would also be caught in the crosshairs. MyUP's Schyler Perkins has the story on whether their advocates are happy with the compromise that the new ordinance strikes. Schyler?
Yes. Motion passes 6-1.
Tuesday night, commissioners for the city of Marquette voted in an ordinance setting in stone their policy against overnight camping on city property. According to city leaders, the rule came about due to increased problems with unruly guests during tourist season. But after its proposal earlier this year, it raised red flags for advocates for people going through homelessness. Back in April, this is how the executive director of the Room at the Inn shelter described it.
Which would criminalize the act of sleeping outdoors or in vehicles on public property, including the use of tents, hammocks, sleeping bags, and other basic survival gear. This ordinance, as written, is vague and punitive and will disproportionately harm people who have no other safe place to go.
And city leaders expressed shared concern, with Wilkinson telling us that several members of the council, the city manager, and the police chief were involved in talks of how to improve the language of the ordinance. A large concern was the danger of police officers unknowingly throwing away valuables and important paperwork people had left at their camp. The result was an updated proposal that stressed the police department's policy of preserving lost and found property. During the meeting on Tuesday, Commissioner Cody Mayer asked that they get a monthly update on how the Marquette PD is applying the ordinance, but was surprised by a lack of support.
All of us stated in our last meeting where we discussed this, there was concerns about how this ordinance could be used. And I'm honestly a little shocked that everyone's okay waiting 6 months to see how it would be used.
Commissioner Ottaway summed up his feelings, saying that he wasn't sure if anything more than a 6-month update was necessary.
I mean, it just seems a little micromanaging.
Ultimately, they agreed on a bi-monthly update from the city manager. After the vote, the leader of Room at the Inn told us she was pleased with the compromise she was able to reach with the city leaders, but also told us the new rule in the city code would still not do much to improve the situation for people living on the street.
Just this week, I've had 6 new referrals on my street outreach caseload. So that means that in addition to our completely full shelter and, in addition to the other 50 people that we have on our street outreach caseload that are sleeping in cars and campers, couch surfing, we have another 6 this week that we're managing.
And while Commissioner Mayer was able to get an amendment to the ordinance passed, he was still the sole no vote to the new policy.
I do have concerns that ordinances like this can negatively affect those that are just in a position where their voices don't get heard. And I have concerns that we maybe sometimes forget about that. So, my one no vote tonight, it was kind of trying to look up for them. Even though the ordinance that we voted on tonight was better than the previous version of it, I still have concerns for that, and I think those people still needed a say.
In Marquette, I'm Schyler Perkins from IUP News.